It's Saturday evening, and we have made sure that it is going to be action-packed, thrilling roller coaster with a lot of emotions and filled with joys and sometimes sorrow. So, friends, welcome to eISL Season 2, brought to you by Notwin Gaming. I am Amrit Kaur of Fixes. Along with me, it's gonna be TTR. So, it is a new day. Of course, one of those days where we are finally here with the weekend action. We've got three matches, folks, lined up for you. But before that, we also have TT with us. And TT, last time you did witness the Kolkata derby, and have you gotten over it yet?
नॉट नाउ क्योंकि जब तक हम लोग जीतेंगे नहीं तब तक वो मज़ा नहीं आएगा. सो या जब इसके बाद ईस्ट बंगाल का मैच आएगा तब तो हम लोग देखेंगे. लेकिन देखिए आज के जो मैचेस है उसके ऊपर भी अगर हम लोग थोड़ा सा नज़र डालें तो आज भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कुछ गेम है, क्योंकि जिससे पता चल सकता है कि पॉइंट्स टेबल के अंदर जो हलचल है वो कितना ज़्यादा होगा और कौन से टीम ऊपर जाएगा कौन से नीचे जाने वाले.
Of course, we're going to talk about the matchups because it's completely jam-packed and it's going to be really
या
exciting. But before that, let's take a quick look at the tournament format. So, for all the new viewers, it's the league stages that we are going through almost. We've sort of reached that halfway mark, and teams are starting to rack up a lot of points, and we'll go on till the 26th of April. From there onwards, from the 11 clubs that have participated, only the top 6 clubs will be moving on forward to the playoffs. And then we've got the championship team. Both players from the champion team get to play the FGS 2023 play in tournament. So that is also there. But also along with that is the whooping prize pool of 33 lakh rupees, out of which the first position gets 4.5 lakhs and the second gets 2 lakhs, and third and fourth they share 75,000 each. And this is where the conversation comes down to who are going to be the ones that lift the trophy, get to play the FGS, but also along with that, who are going to be the competitors, who are going to come second, third, and fourth? Because to be honest, nobody really remembers them, right? Chennai FC, they were the defending champions. They're going through a rough phase, winning their games, sometimes losing, mostly draws. But hopefully, they start turning things around.
एंड देखिए यही जो चीज़ें हैं यही चीज़ें सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होता है जब लीग खेला जाता है. लीग के अंदर सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है कंसिस्टेंसी, एंड जो बन रखेंगे वही इधर आगे बढ़ेंगे टाइम दर टाइम.
Yeah, I think, of course, consistency is going to be really crucial. But here we have all the matchups for the evening. ATK Mohun Bagan, they have got some insane form in Afnan lately, and now they are going to take against the big giants, that is FC Goa, who haven't dropped a single game. But then when we talk about the next matchup, it is going to be one of the redemption games for Chennai FC. They were beaten lately. Now they're going to take against Odisha FC, who are yet to find a win, yet to open their accounts in the ISL. And then third one is a blockbuster. I think third matchup is something that you cannot afford to miss, because it is Hyderabad FC taking on Bengaluru FC. Finally, my
वाह.
qualms have been answered. Finally, we get to see CJ taking on our lovely Genesis. So that is one of the matchups that everybody is excited for. But before we get into all that, let's take a quick look at where do these clubs stand after playing 4 games respectively. FC Goa, like I said, 5 games played, yet to lose a game, yet to even get a draw. And then you've got ATK Mohun Bagan, their opponent for the night, who have won 2 games and have lost 2 games. So they're kind of in the middle order. They're still, right now, as things stand, they're a little safe. They're one of those top 6 teams. Then again, Chennai FC, like I said, they've been winning games, losing games, but mostly they've been drawing games. So that is one area where they will have to work upon. And Odisha FC, more than anything and everything, look at that. This is abysmal. They still are yet to open up their accounts. Whereas Mumbai City FC and in fact Bengaluru FC and Hyderabad FC, that's going to be for the latter evening. We're going to talk about that later. But now we have a quick look at the matchups over here. So V Sharma is going to start off. So a little bit of a change again in their playing order. So they've gotten back to their old ways. He intends to take on Vicky. And then you've got Afnan, the one who broke all the records of eISL in terms of individual prowess, now gets his chance on Adi Zima, who has been exceptionally brilliant.
फॉर श्योर। एंड ये जो मैचअप है, ये मैचअप एटीके मोहन बगान के पर्सपेक्टिव से अगर देखा जाए तो बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि एफसी गोवा वो क्लब है जिनको अभी तक कोई हरा नहीं पाया। एंड अगर एटीके मोहन बगान की बात किया जाए, पिछले गेम पे ऑब्वियसली डार्बी जीतने के बाद जो कॉन्फिडेंस है वो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है, और वो कॉन्फिडेंस अभी एटीके मोहन बगान के पास होगा, और उसके थ्रू अगर वो इस बार एफसी गोवा को ड्रॉ पे भी रोक सकते हैं या फिर हरा देते हैं, तो वो मुझे लगता है कि एक बहुत बड़ा एडवांटेज होगा एटीके मोहन बगान के लिए, क्योंकि जिस टीम को अभी तक कोई भी टीम नहीं हार पाए एंड कोई भी टीम इधर से एक सिंगल पॉइंट भी सिक्योर नहीं कर पाए, उधर से अगर आप एक पॉइंट या फिर 3 पॉइंट भी सिक्योर कर रहे हो, सो आपको बाकी की टीम से रेस पे आगे जरूर रखने वाला है। सो मुझे तो लगता है कि बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होगा। वी नो कि एफसी गोवा का फॉर्म काफी अच्छा चल रहा है, बट एटीके मोहन बगान को हम लोग आउट ऑफ द पिच नहीं कर सकते। मुझे लग रहा है कि आज कुछ अलग होने वाला है पिच के ऊपर।
I mean, well, coming from an East Bengal FC supporter, all right, I'll take that. Where you're just hoping that, yes, they're going to do something promising till the next Kolkata derby. So that's going to be for later. But yes, folks, it is going to be ATK Mohun Bagan taking on FC Goa, the first matchup. So let's talk about Vicky as a player, because we've seen, there have been few games where he's shown us the potential scoring 5 goals also. I think he did that against Vagya, against Odisha FC, but that was against a 10-man Vagya. But now he is going against one of the best players, or some might just say the best player right now in eISL, because he hasn't lost his games. He has been playing exceptionally well, and that is going to be such a tough task to beat V Sharma, right? Because I feel as a player, he's a complete package. He doesn't have just one way of playing. He's not just single-minded. He can quickly adapt to situations. Is very calm. Shows composure in front of goal. Does not panic at all. Does not make any lewd moves that he should not have made. And what, according to you, TT, Vicky must do to ensure that victory against V Sharma?
ये मेरे लिए बोलना तो बहुत टफ है, क्योंकि वी शर्मा जिस लेवल के प्लेयर है, उसके अगर आसपास में मैं खेलता तो मैं शायद इधर टूर्नामेंट के लिए ट्राई करता। बट या जोक्स अपार्ट, अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं जो कि मुझे लगता है कि सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है वी शर्मा के ऑपोजिट में रहते हुए, वो मुझे लगता है कि सेंट्रल डिफेंस। देखिए, वी शर्मा का कोई एक सिंगल प्लान या फिर सिंगल स्ट्रैटेजी के साथ नहीं आते। उनका जो गेम है, उनका जो फॉर्मेशन है, वो टाइम दर टाइम चेंज होता रहता है, जिसपे हम लोग स्क्रीन के कभी कभार राइट हैंड साइड पे देख भी पाते हैं कि अल्ट्रा अटैक हो गए, फिर अटैक हो गए, फिर उधर से थोड़ा बहुत डिफेंसिव हो गए। तो उससे क्या होता है, उससे फॉर्मेशन चेंज होते हैं, उससे टैक्टिक्स चेंज होते हैं, और वो चेंजेस हम लोगों को बहुत बार कहने की होता हुआ देखने के लिए मिला है। इसी से अभी तक कोई ट्रैक नहीं कर पाए कि वी शर्मा का मेनली प्लेइंग स्टाइल है क्या। लेकिन अगर वी शर्मा के जो लॉन्ग बॉल्स है वो अगर आप रोक पाते हो कुछ क्रूशियल मोमेंट्स पे, तो मुझे लगता है कि वी शर्मा को आप थोड़े बहुत प्रेशर में डाल सकते हो। एंड उसी जगह पे अगर आप सेंट्रली जो होता है ना कि डायरेक्ट बॉल जो खिलाते हैं, जो लंबा बॉल खिलाते हैं, थ्रू बॉल्स दो तरीके के होते हैं, एक आप खिला सकते हो विंग के ऊपर, एक आप खिला सकते हो डायरेक्टली मिडिल पे। तो वी शर्मा के खिलाफ अगर आप मिडिल पे खिलाते हो तो वो मुझे लगता है कि वो ज्यादा बेटर होगा, क्योंकि विंग ऑलरेडी उनका कवर्ड रहता है, और वो एक्सपेक्ट भी करते हैं कि हाँ विंग के ऊपर ही आएगा थ्रू बॉल्स। बट जब जब हम लोग देखें कि मिडिल में थ्रू बॉल्स आते हुए, उस टाइम पे अगर आप खुद से गलती करते हो वो तो आपके ऊपर है कि आप गोल स्कोर नहीं कर पाए, लेकिन अगर आप सही से क्लिनिकली फिनिश करते हो तो मुझे लगता है कि उधर से एक ब्रेक थ्रू मिल सकता है।
Let's hope. I mean, yeah, it's so difficult when you're going against an in-form V Sharma, who's just so phenomenal through, where you have to literally have your best FIFA shoes tonight, right? If you do not play your right games, you make those mistakes, then V Sharma is one of those players who's got that ability to always punish you for that. So today, somewhere down the line, as we know, FC Goa, they're going to be heavy favorites, but ATK Mohun Bagan can really ride on the momentum, especially something that Afnan got into him. That 8-1, 8-2, I think, victory against Shantan. That is something that I don't think Shantan has been able to get over it yet, because honestly, I really thought that Shantan could have become the hero that night, and being a local boy, that was a different story. But for FC Goa, it's all comes down to one judge who has to just give them a good start, and Adi Zima, he's a nice finisher also. game. So that's the best part about a club like FC Goa, right? Both the players are not just equally balanced, but are so good at the game that as a team also, they're so nice. And finally, we get a glimpse of the teams over here, what cards they're playing. And here we are on with the kickoff. ATK Mohun Bagan from left to right. And then you've got FC Goa from right to left. And I'm starting to wonder if we get to see the new foot birthday icon Maldini tonight. It's a
Yes.
95 card, and I think one of those
Hmm.
cards, and Maldini we have seen, the 94 Maldini has been used quite often, and if you're getting an access to a 95, then why not?
और श्योर लाइक व्हाई नॉट तो वो तो दिखेगा एंड विनिशियस जूनियर भी हम लोग को दिख सकते हैं आज 92 कार्ड आया
Maybe
है
as a super
तो
sub.
या मे बी एज अ सुपर सब एंड जब सुपर सब के हिसाब आते हैं तभी इम्पैक्ट बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है बट आज फॉर्मेशन में थोड़ा चेंजेस आए 3 डिफेंडर्स के साथ जा रहे हैं एंड 2 विंग बैक्स इधर खिलाया जा रहा है उसी गोवा की तरफ से सो वी शर्मा अपने जो स्टैट्स है उस पर थोड़े बहुत चेंजेस लेके ज़रूर आए हैं एंड मेसी को राइट विंग लेफ्ट विंग पे एम्बापे दिखते हुए एंड देखिए प्रॉपरली चढ़ा के खेल रहे हैं फुल बैक्स को कैप्डेविया आगे जा चुके हैं राइट हैंड साइड से हकीमी बढ़ चुके हैं आगे सो बहुत शानदार है कि अटैक बिल्ड करने की कोशिश उसी के बीच में रोनाल्डो टुवर्ड्स मेसी एंड देखिए मौका बनता हुआ प्रॉपर पोजीशनिंग जो है वो काफ़ी बेहतरीन तरीके से पकड़ के रखे हैं बट एडम मिलिटाओ फाइनली खतरे को टालेंगे एंड एटीके मोहन बगान अभी के लिए बॉल कंट्रोल तो है बट कब तक वो देखना होगा
Yeah, successfully just snuffs out the danger. But right now, at this point, V Sharma, I like his all the time, keeping his opponents guessing new formations, new playing styles. And this time, so far, Vicky has been playing on his right. He knows on his defense, he has to be really careful because one wrong tackle and you suddenly see the ball getting past your net. So at this point, again, V Sharma back on his attack. He's got some passing options. Maybe we'll go for the left back. No, indeed does not. Rather sticks to the center. Goes for an elastico, and this time with R9 wanted to take a shot, but well, Vicky knew that was coming from miles apart. Just waited till he took a shot, and then the tackle, and now he's got a chance to try and convert this into a good opportunity with Ruud Gullit fighting for the ball. It was a little difficult, but he still managed to see it through. Now pass on towards Bellingham. Vicky so far has been looking really nice, but cannot afford to lose the ball like this because now R9, he's got a free shot on goal, but suddenly Van der Sar charges in and saves the day. Such a huge sigh of relief for Vicky there.
बट आई थिंक इधर विकी के एक बार फॉर्मेशन के ऊपर अगर हम नजर डालते हैं तो विथ प्रोवाइड कोई भी नहीं कर रहा जो फुल बैक्स है वो भी शायद इन्वर्ट रखे गए दैट्स वाई जो विथ चाहिए होता है यूजुअली अटैकिंग थर्ड पे जाके वो मिल नहीं रहा था जिसकी वजह से अटैक नहीं बना बट इस बार एकदम बीचों बीच से एम्बापे जो रोनाल्डो के लिए पास था पर इंटरसेप्ट हो जाएगा बहुत क्विक पासिंग 1-2 करते हुए रोनाल्डो एज ऑफ नाउ फुल्ली कंट्रोल्ड वे पे चाह रहे थे बट वर्जिल वैन डाइक बीच में रह के बॉल रिकैप्चर ज़रूर किए तो वही बात है फॉर्मेशन टू फॉर्मेशन वेरी करता है कि आपका जो गेम स्टाइल है वो किस तरीके का होगा कैसा होगा एंड बीचों बीच से एम्बापे के लिए ये पास था एम्बापे टू रोनाल्डो बट देखिए वो अटैकिंग थर्ड में जाके फिनिशिंग जो है वो दोनों ही क्लब्स के प्लेयर लाइक एथलीट्स के लिए मुझे लग रहा है कि थोड़ा बहुत टफ हो रहा है क्योंकि इसके पहले विशर्मा को भी चांस मिला था और इस बार चांस मिला विकी को भी एंड दोनों ही अभी तक कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पाए
Yeah, I think both the defenses have been really tight and really nice. Just letting the ball come to them instead of going for those hasty charge tackles. And one of the reasons why I feel that Vicky's got his left back down is not going for the overlaps is the prime reason that Vanchich can capitalize that. Instead, just play ultra defensive and then maybe rely on counter attacks because now Mbappe has already made a run and wanted to find him, but V Sharma was well prepared, just smelled the danger and instantly took it away from him. And one other thing, the players are doing is doing all these ball roll scoops and finding the right angles to go for those pass-ins. But for now, as things stand, TT, it's almost 34 minutes. We are yet to see the deadlock being broken. None of these clubs have succeeded so far. And look at Vicky, right? He does not have a lot of men ahead. and hence cannot just instantly get with a counter attack. Could maybe use the explosiveness of Mbappe at this point, but no, decides to just play it down the right with Rudhulit. Oh, Messi is offside.
Oh,
I could see that coming from afar.
बट आई थिंक विथ मेसी आपको मेसी के साइड से जो है वो ओवरलैप कराना चाहिए, बट इस बार थोड़ा सा उल्टा एम्बापे के पीछे से कैप्डेविया ओवरलैप पे हैं, क्योंकि मेसी हम जानते हैं मेसी का जो पेस है वो एम्बापे जैसा उतना ज़्यादा नहीं है, तो अगर मेसी के साइड से हकीमी को ओवरलैप कराएंगे तो हो सकता है कि थोड़ा और ज़्यादा चांसेस मिले, क्योंकि तब से हम लोग एक ही चीज़ देख पा रहे हैं कि प्रॉपर जब वी शर्मा जा रहे हैं अटैक पे तब वो प्रॉपरली उनको टाइम मिल रहा है, वो टाइम लेके फिर बिल्ड कर रहे हैं, लेकिन विकी को वो मौका इसीलिए नहीं मिल रहा कि विथ नहीं है, एंड बीचों बीच से भेद पाना वी शर्मा को वो भी ग्राउंडेडली वो बहुत टफ है, उनको अगर एरियल बॉल्स के साथ भेजना है तो वो एक हो सकता है ऑप्शन, बट एज ऑफ नाउ बेलिंगम टुवर्ड्स हुलीत से रोनाल्डिनियो, मौका देखिए बन सकता है। मेसी को शायद इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिया गया है कि वो कटिंग कर जाए, एंड टारगेट मैन का भी एक इंस्ट्रक्शन में भी दिया गया है जिसकी वजह से वो एकदम पीछे आके फिर बॉल मांग रहे हैं अपने को प्लेयर्स से। एक बहुत ही अच्छा, लेकिन लूशियो, अगर लूशियो बीट करते तो फॉर श्योर इधर रोनाल्डिनियो कैपिटलाइज कर जाते, लेकिन फर्स्ट हाफ बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा शानदार गया, एंड दोनों ही क्लब्स ये मेक श्योर कि एटलीस्ट कि वो गोल कंसीड ना करें।
Yeah, I think so far, both these clubs, both these games have been so tight, right? ATK Mohun Bagan, look at the possession on Vicky. Certainly
Yeah.
has kept a lot of ball on him, and he's trying relentlessly to try and score the goal. But especially when you have your left wing backs and right wing backs also, that option of trying to just cut in through also kind of gets a little nullified, and as a result of which Vanchach hasn't had a lot of problems trying to defend, and mostly we have seen Vicky trying to be extra cautious, and he hasn't gone for those risky plays or something really out of the blues. We haven't seen any driven through passes, we haven't seen any German cross come through, we haven't seen him on multiple occasions utilize his fullbacks. I think there was one instance where I saw Hakimi make a run from the left hand side. I think his instructions are such where he's kept the right back behind, and he's got the left back ahead. So I think that is something that he might be intending to do, and clearly things haven't really worked out for either of the clubs. But one good thing for Vicky is if he can even manage to salvage a draw from around here, and they play some amazing FIFA in the co-op game, then that could be also one of those moments where ATKMB could give us our first shock of this tournament.
क्या बात है, ATKMB का जो कोऑप मैच है वो उतना खास जाता नहीं है यूजुअली, तो देखते हैं लाइक पिछले गेम के बाद कितना ज़्यादा इम्प्रूव किए होंगे, क्योंकि इस बंगाल के साथ भी जो एक लौता मैच हारे थे वो कोऑप गेम पे ही था, एंड ओवरऑल अभी तक शायद एक भी मैच कोऑप में जीते नहीं है ATK मोहन बगान इस पूरे सीजन के अंदर, तो वही सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट रहेगा, तो इस मैच पे जीतने की कोशिश करना चाहिए। वैसे कोशिश तो शुरुआत से ही करे जा रहे हैं, लेकिन जो पहला गोल है वो अभी तक आया नहीं है। क्लोज आए थे वेलिंगम, बट एडर मिलिटाओ को खिलाएंगे, एंड थोड़ा सा टाइम ज़रूर व्यतीत करना होगा। बीचों बीच से रन निकाले थे एम्बापे, लेकिन उनको पहले पास ही किया गया, थोड़ा टाइम ले रहे हैं, एंड आई थिंक एकदम अपना जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो मेंटेन करके खेलना चाह रहे हैं, ताकि कोई भी मोमेंटम पे इधर वंशज को मौका ही ना मिले कि वो काउंटर पे अटैक कर दे, लेकिन इस बार मुश्किल, क्रॉस बार,
Oh my goodness. Finally, we could see one of those promising shots being taken, and it hits the crossbar. Vanchaj, I think if Vicky can hold him for the next 10-15 minutes, then we could see that frustration sort of set in. So you could see, it's a 5-2-1-2 by V Sharma. We've seen him play this formation in the past. In fact, we've seen him play a lot of formations in the past. But when it comes down to co-op, I think Adi Zima is usually the brains calling out the shots. And, as a co-op team, I feel that FC Goa are currently one of the best in this league. The way both these players have synergized their thinking, their execution, everything has been picture perfect. But so far in this game, I think Vicky is playing some really nice FIFA tonight. His defense has been very sound. He hasn't been letting V Sharma really creep in. And at some point, one of these clubs will opt for a 4-4 formation, go a little attacking because Vicky has been defending a lot, and V Sharma, considering this attack, he hasn't been able to use his wing backs a lot over there. But for now, this time with Theo Hernandez trying to make a play happen, but Virgil van Dijk instantly senses danger and takes all the measures to just take it away. And this is the point where I think Vicky, he's just trying to frustrate V Sharma. Keep as much possession as you can, force V Sharma into making any sort of mistake, and then try and capitalize upon that. And all he could get out of it was one of the other throws, but now has lost the ball. And this is going to be really imperative for V Sharma to try and build something out of this chance. With Theo Hernandez on that left back position, goes for Jarzinho, and now he takes a shot. And this is one of the inevitables, and something that you cannot stop V Sharma from scoring, as he finally breaks this lull, breaks this silence, and takes his club 1-0 up against ATK Mohun Bagan. And this is where I really feel that Vicky might be shattered, because we have seen the moment you concede a goal, and it has happened with a lot of us watching and playing FIFA, that the moment you've been defending so tight against a really good player and then you concede one, and at that point your mentality sort of breaks down, and you're like, no matter what I do, in the end it doesn't even matter, and things go awry. So let's see if Vicky can get his mental composure back and net one in. But looks like a second chance being built up for Sharma.
एंड ये चांस अगर कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, फिर विकी के लिए कमबैक करना आई थिंक बहुत ज़्यादा टफ हो जाएगा. बट लेट्स सी. सर्जिनियो टुवर्ड्स यू हर्नांडेज, फ्रेश लेग के हिसाब से लेके आ गया दोनों ही प्लेयर को. बट एम्बापे उसी जगह पे एडम मिलिटाओ सही पोजीशन पे मौजूद थे, जिसके थ्रू इस बार के लिए तो खतरा टल चुका था. लेकिन नहीं, कॉर्नर किया गया है. एडम मिलिटाओ क्लोज इन करते हुए रूडली, खतरा अभी तक नहीं टला. बॉल कंट्रोल प्रॉपरली है एफसी गोवा के पास, एंड एफसी गोवा बहुत ज़्यादा बेहतरीन तरीके से 1-2 करते हुए टुवर्ड्स आर्सेनियो. रोनाल्डो एक शॉट एंड खत्म हो सकता है सिचुएशन, बट नो. उसी टाइम पे एडम मिलिटाओ का परफॉर्मेंस काफ़ी अच्छा रहा है. लाइक वर्जिल वैन डाइक से भी ज़्यादा एडम मिलिटाओ की तरफ से हम लोगों को दिखा है इधर टैकल करते हुए.
Yeah, I think we've seen it all comes down to who's in front of you, right? Both the centre backs are really good, but seems like ATK Mohun Bagan, they've managed to net one in, and apologies viewers, we could not get that angle, do not know how that goal was scored. Maybe in the replay we get to see, but yes, here it is. Oh, beautiful lob through, and R9 scores. And this is exactly that this is exactly something that Vicky needed, something out of ordinary. We have seen a lot of driven lob throughs, right? But a normal L1 through, that is something that we have not witnessed. And in those clutch moments, at that 77th minute marker, Vicky strikes one in, and seems like now FC Goa, they've got all that pressure on their heads. They have to do something to find that winner. But ATK Mohun Bagan, if they seize on the momentum, seize on the opportunity, and net one more in, this would be a huge surprise for everybody watching this game.
Yes, and देखिए यही ज़रूरी था कि एटलीस्ट एक गोल स्कोर करे, एंड उसी के साथ जो कॉन्फिडेंस है वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ता हुआ दिखेगा. ओके, सो आई थिंक मुझे भी वही लगा था जो आपको लगा था कि शायद पेनल्टी, लेकिन नहीं. लेफ्ट विंग से एक रन, थियो हर्नांडेज. क्या ये गोल स्कोर हो पाएगा? बेलिंगम शानदार टुवर्ड्स जॉर्जिनियो। देखिए लेफ्ट साइड के ऊपर प्रॉपरली बॉल कंट्रोल में तो है, लेकिन जो एक्स्ट्रा प्लेयर, एक और जो पासिंग ऑप्शन की जरूरत है वो अभी के लिए नहीं मिल रहा विकी को, जिधर से वो एटलीस्ट बॉल को जो है वो एकदम सेंटर रख पाएंगे। फाइनली टुवर्ड्स जॉर्जिनियो, कोशिश था कि रोनाल्डो को एक हेडर के साथ पास किया जाए, लेकिन वो अभी के लिए सफलतापूर्वक नहीं कर पाए। आखिरी 3 मिनट, क्या लगता है फिक्सर्स, क्या एक और गोल है इस गेम के अंदर?
I think it's going to end in a draw. I have that feeling because, to be honest, I would also want it to either end as an ATK Mohun Bagan's victory or else a draw, because honestly, Vicky has been so stellar tonight. You know, going up against one of the best players in the league right now and still holding on, because V Sharma once starts rolling, usually 3-4 goals in the scoring, but now this looks like one of the last chances, and there you go. The final whistle blows and nothing separating these two clubs as we approach the end of the first game. It's one each on the boards, and ATK Mohun Bagan, I must say, they have played some really nice FIFA tonight and kept V Sharma at bay. You know, even after being 1-0 down, they did not lose the composure, managed to score one more, and that was such a spectacular goal. And directly a lob through pass and a shot coming in for R9. And you know, more than the attack this time, both their defenses were so good. There were few opportunities, like we just saw, one of them hitting the cross pass, but the next one, he made sure that he converted that into a beautiful chance. Had some room there, you could see, you know, Virgil van Dijk a little off from his marker. That is where V Sharma capitalized. But the next one, that ATK Mohun Bagan scored, that was something really nice, right? They just gave that right, you know, lob through pass, and as a result of which they managed to see it through. Of course, we could not see it over here. Once the replays did come in, we had the glimpse of that. But regardless, it was a fun game to watch. It was one of those games where both these teams showed some nice defensive FIFA. Both these teams wanted to play on the counter attack. I think on session, ATK Mohun Bagan was the better team tonight. V Sharma was not given a lot of chances, and even if he got those chances, just apart from two openings where he took shots, it was Vicky always going in for the save on the ball.
यस एंड फाइनली कहीं ना कि एटीके मोहन बगान की तरफ से जिस तरीके का अप्रोच दिखा, उससे एक चीज तो पता चल रहा है कि ये स्टडी करके आए थे वी शर्मा को, जिनसे काइंड ऑफ बहुत लोग सिर्फ नाम से ही अभी डर रहे होंगे इस पूरे टूर्नामेंट के अंदर, जिस तरीके का परफॉर्मेंस रहा है, और उनको रोक के रखना, वो भी एक सिंगल गोल के साथ, वो भी अपने आप में काफ़ी बड़ी बात है, क्योंकि अभी तक जितने भी मैचेस देखे अभी शर्मा के, वो मल्टीपल गोल्स तो ऐसे ही स्कोर कर लेते हैं जैसे कि लाइक ब्रेड एंड बटर आप खा रहे हो सुबह उठ के। तो उनको रोकना और उसके बाद जो एक गोल स्कोर उनकी तरफ से हुआ, बहुत बहुत शानदार। एंड इसका तो बात करना ही होगा। एंड एफसी गोवा को अगर कोई रोक सकता है टीम, वो अभी के लिए तो मुझे लग रहा है कि शायद ये वो मौका है, क्योंकि अभी तक एफसी गोवा शायद ही या जो है वो कोई मैच हार के या फिर ड्रॉ करके स्टार्ट किए होंगे अभी तक उनके इस पूरे सिचुएशन के ऊपर। सो लेट्स सी लाइक क्या एटीके मोहन बगान अपने कोऑप पे परफॉर्म कर पाते हैं कि नहीं।
You know, that's the big question. The first game has ended in a draw, but now, you know, the challenge even gets tougher, because now they have to not just go against V Sharma, but along with that, Ajima, who so far has been racking up a lot of MVPs for his team. And he's also one of those informed players, and one of those players who's really, you know, possesses that aerial threat, like I always say, because now you could expect all those German crosses coming in. And something also that I kind of missed out from Vanchurch this time, we did not see any of those German crosses. You know, I felt like if these things were not working, he could have gone for those Trivellas. He could have tried to take some you know, outside the box finesse shots. He could have tried to get a little more variety, because we did not see Vicky really challenging him when he was outside the box. It was when he was inside the box. It was when he was about to take a shot, and boom, suddenly a tackle just comes in, and a tackle timed to perfection from Vicky, always making sure he kind of deals with the threat. Now moving on to the co-op game, Afnan, he's been stellar. especially in his individual matchup. But yes, ATK Mohun Bagan, this is one of those areas where they really need to work out, because now they're going against like possibly the best team in the eISL in terms of co-op. So this is where, of course, we know that Vicky's got his dancing shoes. We've got to see if he can tango together with Afnan to take down the likes of Adi Zima and V Sharma, because it's going to be such an arduous task. And the way they have started, it's going to break my heart if ATK Mohun Bagan do not see it through. Because, hey folks, honestly, what's fun in a FIFA where you see a club single-handedly, just dominating, just owning the league, playing for fun. So we need a little bit of spice. We need a little bit of masala. Of course, we are neutral spectators, but we would want ATK Mohun Bagan to, try and clinch something, give us our first surprise tonight. But yes, TT, what do you think? What will be the outcome of the next co-op game?
अभी तक के फॉर्म को देखते हुए इस पे आई डोंट थिंक कि कोई डाउट होगा किसी का भी कि इस पे पल्ला जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा भारी है एफसी गोवा का। बट मुझे लगता है कि एटीके मोहन बगान पिछले दिन के ईस्ट बंगाल के साथ हार के बाद जो कोऑप पे हुआ था वो अपना इम्प्रूवमेंट किए होंगे, क्योंकि हम जब बात करते हैं ईस्ट बंगाल वर्सेस मोहन बगान, एटीके मोहन बगान की, उस टाइम पे एक मैच भी हारना हमारे लिए एक प्रेशर हो जाता है। तो मुझे लगता है कि उसके बाद जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा लाइक प्रैक्टिस किए होंगे, क्योंकि अभी तक अगर देखा जाए तो एक भी मैच वो जीते नहीं है कोऑप के ऊपर। और अभी तक अगर सेम जगह पे देखा जाए एफसी गोवा की तरफ से जो लाइक वी शर्मा को कोई हरा नहीं पाए थे, तो आज जब एक बार शुरू हुआ है ड्रॉ के साथ, तो मुझे लगता है कि आज जो इक्वेशंस है वो चेंज होने वाला है और कोऑप पे लेट्स सी लाइक क्या होता है। बट इन टर्म्स ऑफ फॉर्म मुझे लगता है कि एफसी गोवा का जो साइड है वो बहुत ज्यादा भारी है।
ऑफ कोर्स, आई मीन, इस पे तो कोई दोहरा ही नहीं है। दे आर द क्लीन फेवरेट्स एंड सभी एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे कि हाँ, एफसी गोवा के लिए ये कोऑप गेम तो आसान होना चाहिए। बट वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन अ फ्यू सरप्राइजेस टुनाइट, एंड दैट वाज द फर्स्ट गेम। वी शर्मा did not lose his game, but that was a draw. I think for V Sharma, in his own personal regards, I think he would have expected a lot more from himself, if not the fans. Of course, fans know that having these two players in your club is pretty much an auto win. So why are we even making them play all these games? Because imagine, when you play 5 games, win all 5 of them, and some of which are really tough competitors into the eISL. So that is where the question really arises. Is there any team built right now? Is there any club over here that can actually best these two giant monsters? Because they have been nothing short of that. And what are the tactics going to be? Because no matter what tactics you come up with, Adi Zima is always that one step ahead. We see him try out a lot of things. I really feel, personally, we do not know exactly. It's not a confirmation who calls the shots, but considering, Adi Zima has taken more of a coaching role in his real life, org. So that is where you kind of tend to expect him to be the brains, and what you would expect the play to be is Adi Zima just feeding the ball to V Sharma, and V Sharma will be the one who shows his clinical prowess and scores. But that being said, folks, we are back with the co-op game in front of us. ATK Mohun Bagan from left to right in their white kits, and we've got FC Goa from right to left in the orange.
श्योर, एंड आई थिंक सबसे ज्यादा प्रेशर जिस मैच को लेके होगा एटीके मोहन बगान को वो यही गेम होने वाला है, क्योंकि कोऑप के ऊपर ही, और दूसरी तरफ वो क्लब जो अभी तक एक भी मैच हारे नहीं है, तो प्रेशर दुगना तिगना हो चुका होगा। लेकिन उस जगह पे आज देखते हैं किस तरीके से काम करके आए हैं। बेलिंगम टुवर्ड्स रोनाल्डो, एंड बहुत ही जल्दी इधर काउंटर पे जाते हुए पहले मिलिटाओ फाइनली बॉल छीन लेंगे। पिछले दिन जिस तरीके से अफनान ने परफॉर्म किया था, तो अफनान का कॉन्फिडेंस तो अभी 7वें आसमान में होगा, लेकिन कोऑप पे क्या होगा? ऑफसाइड ट्रैप पे फंसते हुए इधर।
Yep, and Afnan, I think the hero of ATKMB, and certainly their poster boy for right now. What he did to East Bengal FC, TT, he's not been able to get his sleep on time. He's been having nightmares lately of that match, and even the worst is having to commentate that game and go through with it. When you've been thrashed by 8 goals from this man. And right now, a good chance being created for ATK Mohun Bagan. Both these teams are kind of, in fact, ATK Mohun Bagan, they're focusing a lot on those, push through that wing and then ball roll scoop and then try to go for a cutback pass. So that has been so far the intent, at least by ATK Mohun Bagan. I'm pretty sure by now, Adisima must have figured that one out. And he must be concocting some sort of a strategy to deal with that certain situation. But for now, again, ATKMB on that attack with R9 goes for a outside footer long pass. Interesting. And just trying to play around with Bellingham, where you've got two players charging at your direction. Now giving it to Theo Hernandez. And all he's trying to find is a little bit of a crack. It's a little bit of an opening that they could really just jump upon a chance. But FC Goa showing a lot of vigor and a lot of determination, keeping their defense really strong, really tight. And there you go. The ball just goes out for a goal kick.
शुरुआती 18 मिनट के गेम को देखते हुए एक चीज जो पता चल रहा है वो है सिनर्जी पहले से थोड़ा इंक्रीज हुआ है, क्योंकि विकी एंड अफनान जिस तरीके से पिछले दिन मिस पासेस कर रहे थे उससे बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट हम लोगों को देखने के लिए मिला है. बट लेट्स सी क्या होता है. बात कर रहे थे उसी के बीच में एफसी गोवा फाइनली जड़ते हुए अपना पहला गोल एंड उसी के साथ को मैच में मिल चुका है उनको लीड. एफसी गोवा पिछले गेम पे भी शुरू किए थे पहले ही गोल के साथ, लेकिन उसके बाद इक्वलाइज किया गया था एटीके मोहन बगान की तरफ से. क्या वो एक बार फिर से दोहराया जाएगा? देखिए इधर से ड्रॉ या जीत निकालना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एटीके मोहन बगान के लिए. एफसी गोवा अगर उनके हाथ से 2 पॉइंट निकल भी जाते हैं फिर भी पॉइंट्स टेबल पे ज्यादा कुछ फर्क उनको नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि 5 गेम्स में से 5 के 5 वो जीते थे. राइट हैंड साइड से हकीमी, हाँ थियो हर्नांडेज फाइनली बहुत ज्यादा शानदार एक टैकल के साथ बॉल को इस बार के लिए रोक दिए. रोनाल्डो, रोडलीत towards Bellingham. Ronaldinho, Mbappe, शॉट एंड वैन डे सार का बेहतरीन सेव. बाल बाल बाचे एटीके मोहन बगान. अगर कोई भी गलती इधर से होता एटीके मोहन बगान मुश्किल में आ सकते थे, क्योंकि अगर एक और गोल कंसीड कर लेते हैं फिर उधर से इक्वलाइज करना, कमबैक करना बहुत टफ हो जाएगा. एम्बापे राइट साइड से टुवर्ड्स रोनाल्डो, रोनाल्डो टू पेले. एक बहुत ही अच्छा ट्रांजिशन में चले गए थे, लेकिन जब फिनिशिंग की जरूरत है वो अभी तक नहीं हो पाया. पोजीशन के मामले में जरूर आगे है एटीके मोहन बगान, बट लेट्स सी आगे चल के क्या इक्वलाइज करते हैं कि नहीं.
That's a big question, right? And this is what we talked about when FC Goa comes into play. Their co-op game is just so strong that becomes really difficult to face off against them. And they're quite adaptive as well. We've seen this happening on situations where even if they sort of get a draw on a game, then in the co-op and suddenly in that third game, Adisima really steps up for his club. But this was a tight chance. And for now, ATKMB, now this could be one of these golden opportunities. Takes a shot. How could he? How could he mess that one up? Must be cussing himself, to be honest. He knew that Van der Sar was on the right hand side. Just took a shot and it hit directly to the goalkeeper. And now they're gonna get punished for this. And thankfully saved. This was an opportunity of a lifetime for ATKMB to come back into this game. And they've sort of whiffed it.
एटीके मोहन बगान फिनिशिंग जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होगा. एम्बापे बहुत लाजवाब ये पास था. एक पास के साथ हो सकता था फिनिश, लेकिन वर्जिल वैन डाइक ना उतना इजीली एंट्री करने नहीं गए। ये कॉर्नर कुछ अलग टाइप का था जिसपे कोऑर्डिनेशन ज्यादा दिखा नहीं, बट फाइनली फर्स्ट हाफ का विसल इधर बज चुका है एंड उसी के साथ स्कोर लाइन अभी है 1-0। एफसी गोवा एक बार फिर से लीड पे। पोजीशनिंग के मामले में जितना आगे थे एटीके मोहन बगान, फर्स्ट हाफ एंड होते होते एफसी गोवा रिकवर कर चुके हैं।
Oh, this is gonna really hurt them. That one chance, that golden opportunity, I don't see a clear goal than that. And happens to the best of the players, to be honest, right? We've seen that, but the point is, can you afford it at this given junction where you are at right now? Because FC Goa, this is the first half now. They've got a lot of time to sort of talk over things, figure out what ATK Mohun Bagan has been trying to do. As you could see, this is one of those games where you would not say that both the teams have passed the ball a lot or kept on shuffling. We did not see a lot of tiki-taka. It's all been trying to exploit those wings, exploit those areas. And look at that. Both the teams have been really prolific on their wings. They have been selecting that one particular side and then just trying to attack through and throughout. And that's been the so-called case over here. But in the next half is going to be pretty tight, pretty tense, because the next half is going to dictate what is going to happen to this game. Because to be honest, I feel this is one of those ATKMB goals in the making. It's almost there. They've somehow figured out some sort of weaknesses, or not just that, they've been also playing really well. Because to hold off a club like FC Goa like this, it takes a lot of calmness, a lot of tight plays. But off we are with the second half live, and now let's see. Now few changes have been made, and Maldini has been brought up. So the big question is now, are they still playing the 94 Maldini, or we get to see the 95 in play? And ATK Mohun Bagan, Pele, little bit of an elastico there, wanted to get through, but no, could not.
ये हाफ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इसीलिए है एटीके मोहन बगान के लिए, क्योंकि अगर वो इधर इक्वलाइज नहीं कर पाते हैं देन नेक्स्ट मैच में जाके प्रेशर बहुत ज़्यादा होगा अफनान के ऊपर। उसी जगह पे अटैक बन रहा था इसी गोवा के तरफ से, बट जाहिर से नहीं हो। एंड मेनली अभी तक मार्डिनी नहीं दिखे हैं हम लोगों को, तो मार्डिनी कब
Finally he's
आएंगे?
come up. He's come up. But the question is, which position is he playing? Is he playing as a left back, or is he going as a centre back? So ideally it would be a centre back only. We haven't seen a lot of full back Maldinis being played by these players. But right now, FC Goa wanted to capitalize with Hernandez still in a very attacking mood. A nice roulette over there by Mbappe, creating a little bit of space. But all he could get out of that one was a corner, for which they'll go short.
फॉर विथ शॉर्ट कॉर्नर एफसी गोवा। एंड एफसी गोवा को देखिए टेंशन लेने की बात उतना है नहीं, क्योंकि उनको भी पता है लाइक फर्स्ट मैच ड्रॉ हुआ है, इस मैच पे अगर वो जीत जाते हैं देन नेक्स्ट मैच पे अगर ड्रॉ भी करेंगे फिर भी उनके लिए मोर देन इनफ रहेगा 3 पॉइंट्स निकालने के लिए वो पोजीशन। बट इस बार बहुत शानदार एक पास टुवर्ड्स एम्बापे, लेकिन पासिंग ऑप्शन नहीं है कोई भी, तो आई डोंट थिंक कि ये फिनिशिंग इतना ईजी होगा। रोडली टुवर्ड्स बेलिंगम, पहले मौका
no way!
नहीं, एक्स्ट्रा टच, वो एक्स्ट्रा टच नहीं करना था।
TT, two chances going down the drain for ATK Mohun Bagan. Doing things right, making the right plays, making the right passes, and more than that, FC Goa, something's wrong with the defense. They have let go of such openings, which the other clubs, given a chance, they would have really capitalized and scored one out of that. And the previous chance, that little R2 click, and then he takes that heavy stride over there, and the ball just goes away, and happens to me mostly. But again, we are just rookies. These are professional players. Need to be watchful. Nice ball roll scoop, pass on towards R9, but Virgil van Dijk, it's not going to be tough for him. to deal with the threat.
Yes. So finally I think हम लोगों को कुछ चेंजेस आते हुए देखने के लिए मिलेंगे एंड वो चेंजेस बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो गए। एटीके मोहन बगान के फॉर्मेशन को देखिए एक बार, अल्ट्रा अटैकिंग मोड पे जा चुके हैं क्योंकि उनको भी पता है गोल्स ज़रूरी है। और धीरे-धीरे करके जो पोजीशनिंग फर्स्ट हाफ के ऊपर ज़्यादा था एटीके मोहन बगान का, वो अभी शिफ्ट होता हुआ मोमेंटम भी एंड पोजीशनिंग भी सब कुछ एफसी गोवा के पास। एफसी गोवा अभी तक 3 शॉट्स ले चुके हैं जिसमें से 2 शॉट्स ऑन टारगेट रहे और एक बाहर था, बट ऑन द अदर हैंड एटीके मोहन बगान सिर्फ एक ही शॉट लेने में सफल हुए हैं। चांसेस तो इनको बहुत सारे मिले लेकिन शॉट सिर्फ एक ही ले पाए हैं। सो बहुत टफ हो चुका है सिचुएशन इनके लिए अभी, बट लेट्स सी क्या होता है इसके बाद। एंड ये कोऑप गेम अगर हार जाते एटीके मोहन बगान, देन जितना भी मोमेंटम अभी तक भी लाइक पहले मैच ड्रॉ करके बनाए थे अपने पास, वो सारा का सारा गवा देंगे।
Yeah, I think at this point, ATKMB, like you said, they will be looking to go all out. Where we've seen ATKMB utilizing a lot of areas inside the pitch, and they've been literally all over the place. Where FC Goa, we've seen some similar attempts on goal. I really want to see one of those huge German crosses come in once, or maybe just surprise me with a Trivela or something like that. So again, ATKMB, they've gone for a few more substitutions. It was surprising that they opted to play Pele instead of Ronaldinho, because we have seen usually you swap Ronaldinho for Pele, but this time they went with the reverse strategy. And let's see, getting Ronaldinho back right now, how much is it gonna help in their attacking front, and giving the possession away now to FC Goa, where FC Goa will look forward to making things right, scoring one more, because one goal deficit does not really amount to much. And we have also seen ATKMB scoring those late goals, and the late goal equalizers might just hurt FC Goa, and that has been one of those cases that has happened in the past. But right now, I think FC Goa went in for a chance, and it was eventually saved. And now back again. All right, it's FC Goa trying to build up an attack of their own. Let's see what happens.
गोवा जब भी अटैक पे जा रहे हैं तब लग रहा है कुछ ना कुछ प्रोड्यूस होने वाला है, बट इस बार प्रोड्यूस हुआ है कॉर्नर। शॉर्ट कॉर्नर के लिए तो शायद नहीं जा रही है, शॉर्ट कॉर्नर के लिए जा रहे हैं तो रोनाल्डिनियो क्लोज आ चुके हैं। फाइनली बॉल है अभी रोनाल्डिनियो के पास, प्रॉपर कंट्रोल टुवर्ड्स रोनाल्डो। कोशिश था कि इधर बॉल को अंदर की तरफ लेके आए लेकिन वो पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाया। काउंटर पे जाना होगा, इस पे ही हिट करना होगा अगर गोल स्कोर करना है तो। आउट ऑफ पोजीशन थे एफसी गोवा, लेकिन एक पास जो जरूरत था वो नहीं निकाले।
The run was not properly triggered, right? He had already gotten himself into an offside position, but now is a good chance where FC Goa, they were looking to just cut through with the ball, and the torment continues, and we're just hoping that it gets resolved pretty soon. But the dying moments, folks, we're going to be missing out on that, and we just hope that things get okay, and we just hope that there is a set decided winner, because the way this game was looking like, what I felt was FC Goa, barring that first amazing goal that came in, ATK Mohun Bagan did a decent job in holding them off. But more than that, I felt ATK Mohun Bagan were the ones who created and produced a lot more chances, but every single one of them was volleyed, and there were open chances, there were chances where had they kept a little bit of composure, had they not overwhelmed themselves, then we could have seen that equalizer coming in. There were multiple instances where ATKMB was looking threatening, but every single time they did so, FC Goa were kind of prepared, and we could not find them a little awry or a little uncomfortable it's sort of the fact that ATKMB, they're kind of a little timid with their style of play. Where I would say, going with that fearless approach, taking risks, because at this point they cannot afford to lose against FC Goa, especially the co-op game. I mean, get a draw, that's fine. The third game, that's still, you have to rely on your star boy. Afnan, he can do miraculous things. He's done that in the past. But
Yeah.
when you're losing this game over here, then what happens is that no matter how much Afnan tries, all you could salvage is a draw, a single point. I think something
Yeah.
that ATKMB would be happy with from this fixture, considering you're going against the best in the league. So it's going to be interesting how this turns out. But what was your take on this game, TT? Like, what did you feel about this game? Did you feel that FC Goa were creative enough, or they were just doing the same things? Where did ATKMB fall down for you? Why haven't they scored a goal?
आई थिंक ATKMB के पास बहुत सारे मौके थे जिस पर वो कैपिटलाइज कर सकते थे, जो कि उनकी तरफ से नहीं हुआ। हाँ, कुछ कुछ टाइम जो रन्स था वो थोड़ा हो सकता है कि ऑन टाइम ट्रिगर नहीं हुआ था, बट उस टाइम पे भी चांस थे कि वो इधर लॉफ्टेड थ्रू खेल सकते थे, जिसके थ्रू बॉल जो है वो पहुंच सकता था। तो कुछ कुछ मौके ऐसे थे जिसपे कैपिटलाइजेशन बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, और आप कितना क्लिनिकल हो उससे भी कहीं ना कहीं पता चलता है कि आप क्या वो मैच को जीतने के लिए उतना केपेबल हो कि नहीं हो। बाय द वे, बहुत सारे टाइम बाकी थे जब तक हमारे सामने वो आ गया था। बाय द वे, जो प्रॉब्लम हुआ है टेक्निकली, तो उसके पहले तक जिस तरीके से गेम चल रहा था, ऐसा नहीं था कि एटीके मोहन बगान अटैक नहीं कर रहे। एटीके मोहन बगान अटैक कर रहे थे, और एससी गोवा का भी डिफेंस ऐसा नहीं था कि उनको तोड़ नहीं सकते या फिर खुल नहीं रहा था, वो भी हो रहा था। लेकिन जो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, फिनिशिंग, वो नहीं मिल रहा था एटीके मोहन बगान को। एंड दैट्स वाई हम लोग शायद इसी डिस्कशन में है कि इस मैच पे अगर हार जाते हैं देन सिर्फ वो ड्रॉ निकालेंगे, नहीं तो इधर शायद डिस्कशन अलग होता जो आखिरी मैच पे क्या होगा। क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ओपनिंग इधर खुला था, जो ओपनिंग्स मिले थे इधर एटीके मोहन बगान को, आई थिंक बहुत बहुत सारे, लाइक कम से कम 2 गोल स्कोर हो सकते थे। और आज मुझे लग रहा है कि एफसी गोवा का जो परफॉर्मेंस है वो थोड़ा सा जो है वो डाइसी जा रहा है, लाइक बाकी दिनों के लिए नहीं। एंड ये हो सकता है कि एटीके मोहन बगान का ब्रिलियंस हो, जिसकी वजह से एफसी गोवा अपना पूरा प्रॉपर गेम नहीं दिखा पा रहे आज।
Yeah, I think this is one of those things that we both can agree on. TT is the fact that ATKMB, they were really tight on the defense. They were trying so much, and especially more than that, I think applauds to Vicky. When it mattered to go up against a titan like Vanshaj, he stood his ground, and he was the one who managed to find an equalizer so late into the game. I think the previous game, it was around 76th minute where he found that equalizer, and of course the game got shut down. So that's a different case, and hopefully that's been the so-called pattern for ATKMB to give us those last minute surprises from their side. And
Yeah.
FC Goa fans, they would be just hoping that nothing goes wrong for them, but ATKMB fans, they must be hoping that some sort of a miracle, something that they produced last time, is visible from their side, and at least they have something to fight for in final game, is what their intentions would be. But talking about the players as whole, I guess honestly, I felt that I could expect a little bit more out of FC Goa, a little bit more dynamics in the substitute, because I want to see some new cards coming out. Of course we did see the Maldini, but I'm not sure which Maldini that was. But I really wanted to see maybe a Vinny, the new Vinny that has come up, and we know how fast it is through that left wing. But once I have to quickly check over at exactly which position we get to see him playing, because considering if these players, with the meta that has been going on, these players tend to avoid their wing positions, right? They usually go for the center mids, or very rarely we see them playing through the wing. So the new Vinny card does not play as a center mid, so it's just either the left wing or as a left midfielder. So one of the reasons where maybe they're not getting the right games, but using it as a super sub, we've seen a lot of pro players abroad. They've gotten in Gareth Bale. I think one of those cards which you kind of tend to use, or one of our friends, if you remember, Hornet, shout out to him. He
Yes.
loves to play Gareth Bale as a super sub, and it was such a nice SBC. The people that
Yes.
slept on Gareth Bale, like me, kind of regret that. But
Me
even
too.
as a center back, TT, we did not get to see a lot of Sergio Ramos also, because the
Hmm.
FGS rules were not really applied over here. So maybe that was one of those reasons why teams
Yeah.
did not go for Sergio Ramos, because once Sergio Ramos came out as a card, a lot of people were kind of little in two minds, as in if this is going to be good or not, because it was an expensive CB and SBC, right? And then once the pro players started playing, and we could see that he's like an auto defender, somewhat like Nemanja Vidic, or maybe like a Rio Ferdinand, but a better version of him. And suddenly we see that in FGS, most of the players, considering you had certain limitations, they started
Hmm.
using that Sergio Ramos card. But getting back into this game, we did not see that sort of depth. We did not see that sort of uniqueness out of either of these clubs, sticking purely to the meta choice. And seems like, it went a little bland there.
Yes. And वन मोर थिंग जो कि शायद जो है वो हमारे इधर आ चुका है अनाउंसमेंट, एंड वो हम लोग बताएंगे बहुत बहुत जल्दी. बाकी अफिक्शस आपको क्या लगता है, लाइक जिस तरीके से गेम चल रहा था, मैं तो बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ कि हम लोग को काश वो गेम देखने के लिए मिल जाए. क्या आपको लगता है लाइक उधर से हम लोगों को मिलेगा गेम देखने में फिर से?
I think the voice in my head has already said that, you know what, viewers, you're not going to miss the action. You're going to get to witness those final 10 minutes in play. And yes, but the question is, where do these players start off with? How much stamina? So I think last time when we had a game rehosted, we saw the players with, full stamina there, right? So that's going to be really important to see, because in those dying phases of the game, uh, this is one of those moments, right, where your strikers can't have that explosiveness anymore. They just can't break through. And suddenly we have also seen a new update where the players with those explosive traits have been given a little bit of buff. So if you have, let's say, somebody like Mbappe, who's got that huge burst space, and if he breaks through for a run, you give him a lob through, something like ATKMB had created in the previous game, especially Vicky. So if something sort of that happens, then things could be really different. But we just hope, waiting with our bated breaths for the game to begin.
फॉर श्योर. एंड बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटमेंट इसीलिए भी है क्योंकि हम लोग देखना चाहते थे कि क्या ATKMB एक गोल स्कोर करके इक्वलाइज कर पाते हैं या फिर नहीं. तो वो एक बार फिर से हम लोग को देखने का मौका मिलेगा कि क्या होता है उस कोऑप मैच के ऊपर. बट हाँ, ये चीज़ से मैं तो एग्री करूंगा कि अगर देखिए लाइक बहुत बार ऐसा क्या होता है कि जब आपका स्टेमिना डाउन होता है उस टाइम पे आप कौन कौन से प्लेयर्स को न्यू लेके आते हो, उससे भी आपका जो स्ट्रेटेजी पता चलता है कि हाँ, मैं ये 2-3 प्लेयर्स को लेके आऊंगा जिसके थ्रू मुझे एक्स्ट्रा पेस मिलेगा, जिसके थ्रू हम लोग आगे बढ़ सकते हैं एंड हम लोग डिफेंस तोड़ेंगे, जो कि मैं करता हूँ यूजुअली. लेकिन मेरे पास इतने महंगे कार्ड्स नहीं है, लेकिन मैं फेरन टोरेस को लेके आता हूँ, राइट विंग पे खिलाता हूँ, लाइक राइट मिडफील्ड पे, जो कि यूजुअली उनका पोजीशन नहीं है. लेकिन हम लोग जब इन गेम सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं उस पर गेम्स का उतना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट नहीं होता, तो इसी वजह से मैं राइट मिडफील्ड पे खिलाता हूँ. तो उसमें पेस ज़्यादा आता है अचानक से, जिसके थ्रू ओपोनेंट को प्रॉब्लम होता है मुझे पकड़ने में. तो वो एक चीज़ जो है वो शायद राइट ऑफ हो जा इधर जब हम लोग फिर से चालू करेंगे, अगर केमिस्ट्री सबका सेम रहता है तो. और उस जगह पे देखना होगा कि कौन तैयार है और कौन तैयार नहीं है. इसमें दोनों तरफ जा सकता है गेम, बट लेट्स सी. और बीच में जो ये थोड़ा सा टाइम मिला होगा, इस टाइम पे क्या डिस्कशन कर ली होंगे एटीके मोहन बगान के प्लेयर्स कि क्या गलती हो रहा है, ये थोड़ा सही कर लेते हैं फिर गोल हो जाएगा. तो शायद डिस्कशन तो जरूर हुआ होगा.
Yeah, discussions are pretty much in both the camps, right? We get to see, they get to analyze what went wrong, and now it's just about, both these clubs. One thing, let's look at it at this way: we just have one chance, we just have a one go, and we have to convert. So this, the setup has to be perfect, the plays has to be right. How you are, how you're shuffling the balls, how you're trying to make your play. Are you gonna use your wing, or are you gonna do for a quick one-to-one pass? We have seen even those tiki-taka passes really working out suddenly, because when you see that you've got such a tight defense, right? This is one of those things that Shubham, if you remember, he did pretty well, and a lot of other players also do. I think Genesis plays a lot like that. We've seen CJ play a lot like that. All the top tier players do that. When you see your opponent's defense is very, very tight over there, what they do is constantly just quick chain passes to each other, and then some defender or somebody would kind of misposition himself, and then they look for that opening, that little thread the needle situation, and they find it through the gap. They just pass the ball and score a goal. So we've seen that happen, something that hasn't happened right now from either of these clubs. But before we get the match beginning, in fact resuming, let's take a quick look at the top 5 goals of the previous week.
2 बार हो गया, पूरा ही नहीं गिर पाए.
I think it's the pressure that's eating Beno 7 up, because this could be a 4th one. And Beno 7 left stunted. Look at the... Pretty sure that would have gone in through. But this is where, I could say, Lokman, you have so far had the best start with Rudulit. Kab diya tha?
वही बात है, कब दिया था?
Similar occurrences again as a pass, and now he'll take another shot at, and it's just barely the beginning phases of the game. Has a lot of passing options, goes back towards Captain Villa, a little 1-2 with him, now gives it away towards Jude Bellingham, and now back towards Solid, on towards Mbappe, beautiful build up, and there you go. Want to pass it on towards Ronaldinho, but maintains possession. And now with Ronaldinho towards Mbappe, a quick shot.
थोड़ा कटिंग बैक पास के साथ. Mbappe, Ronaldo, मौका.
Oh! Fit. What? What's it? He's gotten. He's trying to make some kind of a play happen, but this looks good. This looks promising. With Ronaldo, goes for a heel to heel, takes a shot.
Towards Pele. बीचों बीच से रोनाल्डो, फाइनली शॉट, लेकिन वैन डे सार. के लिए थोड़ा और इजी होता होगा, क्योंकि इसी जीत के साथ दो बार हो गया, पूरा ही नहीं गिर पाए.
I think it's the pressure that's eating Beno 7 up, because this could be a 4th one. And Beno 7 left stunted. Look at the... Pretty sure that would have gone in through, but this is where, I could say, Lokman, you have so far had the best start with Rudulit. Kab diya tha?
वही बात है, कब दिया था?
Similar occurrences again as a pass, and now he'll take another shot at, and it's just barely the beginning phases of the game. Has a lot of passing options, go back towards Captain Villa, a little 1-2 with him, now gives it away towards Jude Bellingham. And now back towards Solid, on towards Mbappe, beautiful build up, and there you go. Want to pass it on towards Ronaldinho, but maintains possession. And now with Ronaldinho towards Mbappe, a quick shot.
थोड़ा कटिंग बैक पास के साथ. Mbappe, Ronaldo, मौका.
Oh! Fit. What? What's it? Chance he's got. He's trying to make some kind of a play happen, but this looks good. This looks promising. With Ronaldo, goes for a heel to heel, takes a shot.
Towards Pele. बीचों बीच से रोनाल्डो, फाइनली शॉट, लेकिन वैन डे सार. अपने ही पास रखने की कोशिश चल रहा है इनकी तरफ से, बीचों बीच जर्जिनियो फिनिश करेंगे उसी के साथ 2-0 एंड आई थिंक 3 पॉइंट्स एंड थर्ड पोजीशन सिक्योर करके रखना बेंगलुरु एफसी के लिए थोड़ा और इजी होता हुआ, क्योंकि इसी जीत के साथ
All right, folks. Again, apologies for that delay, but we wanted to make sure everything is a-okay. So we are back at that 77th minute marker, and this is where we stand. So again, the player stamina bars are absolutely full, and you could see the formations once again. ATKMB opting for a more attacking one, and FC Goa. Let's see with that 5-1-2, what can they produce? And I think at this moment, FC Goa needs to be 1 goal ahead. We'll just consider that has happened, and we'll get ahead with it, whatever the score line. So again, bear in mind that FC Goa, before we went for that hiatus, they were a goal up. But for now, let's see. ATKMB looking to really capitalize on the wings. R9 has again gone past his marker there. Was in an offside position. Did not have that passing lane open. And suddenly, final 10 minutes approach. And this is a chance which can really get capitalized. A beautiful cross. Can he receive it? Virgil van Dijk just spreading his legs and saving the day.
वो जो अटैक था वो देख के लग नहीं रहा था कि उसको रोका जा सकता है, बट फाइनली वर्जिल वैन डाइक थिंग्स। बट उसी जगह पे अगर देखा जाए तो अभी के लिए एटीके मोहन बगान के पास चांस तो है इक्वलाइज करने का, बट क्या वो करके दिखा पाएंगे? बेलिंगम जो भी ढूंढ रहे हैं किसी को, बट कोई भी पासिंग ऑप्शन थे ही नहीं, तो रूडुलीत को ही देना पड़ा। एम्बापे देखिए, डिफेंस देखिए एक बार एफसी गोवा का, बिल्कुल भी अपने स्ट्रक्चर को टूटने नहीं दे रहे, एंड जिसके बदौलत एक भी अटैक नहीं मिला था। शायद ये आखिरी अटैक हो सकता है एफसी गोवा की तरफ से। एफसी गोवा राइट हैंड साइड पे फुल्ली एम्बापे का जो एजिलिटी है उसको यूज करते हुए दिख रहे थे। 88 मिनट्स, क्या लगता है फिक्सर्स, क्या एक और गोल आता हुआ दिखेगा एफसी गोवा की तरफ से इस बार?
I think it's a goal in the making, and something that FC Goa can live with, even if things go wrong. Because now, I mean, was I FC Goa, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd just be hogging on the possession because the game's gone really way too tight. And if I can end up with another goal, I mean, I'd just take that. That's like literally a cherry on top of things. But there you go. The final whistle has been blown. And FC Goa, folks, are your winners of the co-op game. And again, a quick reminder, before we went in for that pause, it was FC Goa that had a lead, and then when we came back, resuming the game from the 77th minute marker, ATKMB could not create that opening, could not create that chance, as a result of which now things have fallen down to the fact that, it all comes down to the final game. So FC Goa, they have at least secured that 1 point to their name. That's 100% set in stone. And their undefeated streak continues. But for ATKMB, Afnan, he's got all that heavy weight on his shoulders that he has to defeat a player like Adi Zima and get ahead with it and salvage a point, or maybe end up sharing. So Adi Zima, if you talk about his records lately, he's been one of those players that always has got those W's for his club, right? Whenever he comes in, not just getting those wins, right? Also being the MVP of that series. So it's going to be very, very tough task for Afnan. But this magician, what he has displayed us against an opponent like Shantan in the Kolkata derby, I don't think that's impossible either.
फॉर श्योर। एंड उस गेम के बाद तो मुझे लगता है कि अफनान के जो चांसेस है वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा है। वी नो कि आदि ज़ीमा लाइक ऐसा कोच भी परफॉर्म करते हैं, सो वो एक एक्स्ट्रा पर्सपेक्टिव जो है वो आदि ज़ीमा के गेम के अंदर आता है, और आई थिंक उसका ही जो एक बहुत शानदार एडवांटेज है वो एफसी गोवा को मिलता हुआ दिख रहा है, क्योंकि जब भी इधर वी शर्मा की बात किया जाए, उनके भी टेक्निकलिटीज में अगर कोई भी प्रॉब्लम होता है तो आदि सीमा उस जगह पे रहते हैं एज अ बैकअप, एज अ टीममेट भी, एज अ कोच भी, एंड एज अ शायद इधर पूरा मैनेजमेंट के तरीके से भी, लाइक प्लेयर मैनेजमेंट ऑब्वियसली के अंदर। सो वो चीज जो है वो बहुत शानदार देखने के लिए मिलता है। बट या अभी तक का 2 गेम्स हम लोगों को होता हुआ दिख चुका है, जिसमें से पहले गेम पे विकी एक इक्वलाइजर दागने में कामयाब हुए थे वी शर्मा को, लेकिन कोऑप गेम जिसको लेके डर था एटीके मोहन बगान का, वही हुआ। इधर हार गए एटीके मोहन बगान 1-0 के स्कोर लाइन से। बट जो गेम नंबर 3 है, जो अभी बिगेन होने जा रहा है कुछ ही देर के अंदर, एक तरफ अफनान, दूसरी तरफ आदि सीमा, एंड आई थिंक ये भी एक बहुत बहुत ज्यादा क्रूशियल एंड पम्प्ड अप मैच होगा फॉर श्योर। लाइक फिक्सेस रोज आप पूछते हैं कि मेरा प्रेडिक्शन क्या है, आज मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ आपका क्या प्रेडिक्शन है इस गेम के लेके।
All right. So, well, at this point, prediction दिमाग से दूं या दिल से? TT, come on, tell me, heart or mind prediction? What do you want, or just a simple answer?
आप सभी बता दीजिए एक साथ।
See, of course, my heart wants Afnan to win. I want him to, get back into his old self. And let's not forget that Afnan is a former player of FC Goa. He was one of those players that played such a key role in making sure that they went into the playoffs last time. So that's also an emotion attached. But what are his chances against Adi Sima? Well, considering how these both players have performed throughout their campaigns so far, somewhere mind says Adizima, but I feel that Afnan could produce something special, something that he did last time. And off we're on with the game, and it is kickoff. ATKMB from left to right in the white jerseys, and the Gores from right to left in the orange kit. So as the game has begun, one thing Afnan, he's got to watch out. He's got to keep his fullbacks a little behind, because we know those crosses could come in anytime, or those lofted through passes. Adizima is a master of that, and he's shown us how to do that in a perfect manner. And a good chance maybe created with Jude Bellingham. Nice ball roll scoop, just created that extra little space and passed on through. And now capitalizing on that left wing, looks for a back, gives it to Mbappe, but stolen by Militao.
देखिए यही जो बॉल्स है, लाइक लो बॉल्स है, ये ही सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट करता है कोई भी ओपोनेंट के लिए जो आधी सीमा प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, और इससे बच के रहना होगा अफनान को भी। बट विद दैट अफनान की तरफ से भी हम लोगों को कुछ इनक्रेडिबल गोल्स देखने के लिए मिले थे। बीचों बीच से पेले की तरफ से एक रन देखने के लिए मिल रहा था, बट ये मोमेंट्स में बॉल आप लूज नहीं कर सकते। माल्टिनी, व्हाट्स रोडोलीत, बेलिंगम, बीचों बीच में रोनाल्डो। देखिए स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो मेंटेन हो रहा है। डिफेंसिवली अभी तक हम लोग का आधी सीमा बहुत स्ट्रांग दिखे इस पूरे टूर्नामेंट, जिसके वजह से उनको एक एक्स्ट्रा एडवांटेज मिला रहता है, क्योंकि जब आप इतना कुछ ट्राई करने के बाद भी ओपोनेंट के डिफेंस को नहीं तोड़ पाते हो, उस टाइम पे ऐसे ही टेंशन बढ़ जाता है। एंड आई थिंक इनके जो ओपोनेंट्स है उसी टेंशन में बहुत बार गलतियां कर देते हैं, जिसका प्रॉपर फायदा एंड काउंटर पे हिट करने का मौका मिलता है आधी सीमा को। एज ऑफ नाउ राइट हैंड साइड से हकीमी, बट थोड़ा सा टाइम ज्यादा बिताते हुए इधर मिडफील्ड के ऊपर।
Well, now this looks to be a promising chance, almost till the point he was offside. So both these teams, rather both these clubs have been a little end-to-end. We've seen, both of them have been exploiting their wings a lot, and Afnan more often. And he's showing that attacking eye, where he's constantly applying pressure, had that step over, gone through. We could have seen our first goal, and in fact, for ATKMB. But seems like Adizima, he's a player that's got that caliber to handle all sort of situations. And now, a good pass. Now this is something, that you would expect from Adizima to come in. A little bit of a ball roll scoop over there, but a few tricks too many, as a result of which they get a corner out of this one. So This would be a short corner. We haven't seen a lot of long corners being played. Players have been reluctant in doing so. They feel possession is the way to go, and as long as you keep on doing with the possessions and a step over right in front of the defender is not exactly the best of ideas, but I was hoping, I think I could see this play being made, right? I felt that Pele would be breaking a little to the right. He would be going wide, and the moment the pass came on to him, and it would have been another triggered through pass. And that is where he could have just broken free, and we see an injury. R9 getting injured so early in the game, but hopefully that's not a major one. If it's something with the upper body, he would stay in, and they would not hesitate to play him for the rest of the game, because such a key, crucial player. If you lose out on our line, you're kind of missing that attacking edge. And it's too early to have him subbed off with maybe the likes of Erling Haaland, who has been the sort of go-to choice for a replacement for a player like R9. So, Adi Zima has got to just hope that it's not something too major.
But एक बहुत शानदार मौका गया था इधर एटीके मोहन बगान के लिए. उनको अपना पहला गोल मिल सकता था, लेकिन अभी भी देखिए खतरा तो बना हुआ है, लेकिन जो शॉट लेने का मौका है वो ज्यादा बार मिल नहीं रहा. लेकिन जिस बार मिल रहा है उस बार फिनिश करना सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी. बेहतरीन एक पास हो सकता था, अगर रोनाल्डिनियो के पास पहुंच जाता तो ये वन ऑफ द बेस्ट गोल हो सकता था इस पूरे सीजन का. जिस तरीके से वो बॉल निकालने वाले थे, बट लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे जार्जिनियो टुवर्ड्स Theo Hernandez. बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर बना के रख रहे हैं इधर अफनान आदि जिमा के ऊपर.
The poster boy is really living up to the hype, manifesting that, and that is Afnan. He is digging deep here. Just treading on treacherous waters. Always keeping Adi Zima on toes. And it feels like Afnan is dictating the flow of this game. And Adi Zima, he's just the one responding. Really nice proactive plays. Has Jarzinho on the break, but I felt for once that he decided to just budge in with Mbappe. The next moment he decides, now he needs to go for a pass. And if one injury was not enough, Ronaldinho has also been injured. And again, hoping that's not something too major. And usually we see that these players somehow miraculously recovering through their injuries, unless it's something on the legs where it really hampers their capacity, their potential, and have to be subbed off, especially in these high-octane games. There you see Ronaldinho for FC Goa has been injured. So for now, R9, he's fixed. He's doing all A-okay. But this is one of those passes that we are talking about. And he's onside. Takes a shot. Oh, Adi Zima misses this opportunity.
इस फर्स्ट हाफ के ऊपर ही इतने सारे ओह माय गॉड मौका था, बट ये हो जाता है कभी कभार गेम के अंदर. आई डोंट नो क्यों होता है, बट हो जाता है. ये प्रॉपर कंट्रोल में नहीं आ पाता है. थियो हर्नांडेज ये टीम ऑफ द ईयर थियो हर्नांडेज है, बट फिर भी ये कंट्रोल में नहीं रख पाए. एंड ये बिल्कुल भी एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं था. आदि जिमा विद द गोल. अभी तक प्रॉपर डोमिनेशन दिख रहा था एटीके मोहन बगान का, लेकिन वन मोमेंट ऑफ ब्रिलियंस डिफरेंस क्रिएट कर चुके हैं इस पूरे गेम के अंदर. एंड वो डिफरेंस एडवांटेज प्रोवाइड करता हुआ आदि जिमा को एंड एफसी गोवा को उनके एक और मैच विनिंग के लिए.
Look at that. You're not supposed to give R9 that space. And doing something different, doing something out of the box. A very simple trick, but a trick that has worked and has gotten Gauze the lead. This is exactly, the kind of a football that we would expect to see from Adi Zima. I told you that he's one of those players that's so deadly whenever he makes any of those aerial moves. And this time also was the case. We did not see those German crosses. It was just a simple cross that really made all the difference. Found that little bit of a gap. Knew that R9 had made that run. And all he had to do was just connect the dots. And that he did. And FC Goa suddenly at the halftime marker, they had a goal up. But ATKMB, props to Afnan. He has been creating so many of those chances. Even took a page out of Adi Zima's book in triggering that left wing run where he got Theo Hernandez really ahead, and then a pass and a driven lob through, and had everything just panned out right. That last moment pass in the final third, that is something that he failed on, and there were so many chances where we felt that ATKMB, yeah, they could have scored a goal. He was the one who was controlling the flow of this game. Adi Zima was playing more of a responsive FIFA, more of counterattacks, but eventually, ATKMB, they succumb to this beautiful beautifully executed play, in fact, from Adi Zima, as he manages to find that little lead and edges past ATKMB at the end of the first half. Now, commencement of the second, and the onus is on Afnan. He has to be a hero again. He's been playing like one, but has to break past his limits. The question is, can he do that?
But देखिए, मैं इधर जो दर्द है वो मैं समझ पा रहा हूँ अफनान का. मेरे साथ भी बहुत होता है ऐसा कि फुल्ली ट्राई हार्ड करते हैं, डोमिनेट करते हैं, अटैक करते हैं, और आखिरी मोमेंट पे गोल कंसीड कर लेते हैं और उसके बाद सब खत्म. बाय द वे, अभी तक कुछ खत्म नहीं हुआ है, अभी भी 45 मिनट सा बाकी है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से अटैक पे जा रहे हैं मुश्किल हो सकता था अफनान के लिए. बट उसी एरिया पे पहले ऑलरेडी विद रन, लेकिन कोई एक ऐसा पोजीशन नहीं था जिधर पास निकाल पाए पेली के लिए. जर्जीनियो को थोड़ा सा इन्वर्ट खिलाया जा रहा है एकदम बीचों बीच, एंड यही चेंजेस की जरूरत है. पास था एम्बापे के लिए, लेकिन एम्बापे को प्रॉपरली शील्ड करके रखे थे इधर मिलिटाओ, जिसके वजह से इधर जो रन निकालने के लिए पास था वो रन नहीं निकाल पाए एम्बापे.
Now, we'll have to see if the second half is something that ATKMB can make theirs or not. Now, that's the big question. And Afnan, he's got to keep a little bit of that possession game going in. And back and forth, the ball has been let loose and has been stolen from either of the sides. But Afnan managing to retrieve it back. And now you could see a little bit of a space I can find on that left wing. Hasn't decided to change the side of play, and wants to go with his sense of belief from the same area. And this could be a chance where he can take a shot on goal, and does that. But again, Van der Sar coming for the rescue for his team. A short corner taken yet again with Jairzinho. Pass it on to Virgil van Dijk with Bellingham. Gets a little bit of a pressure there from Ruud Gullit, and while ATKMB's Ruud Gullit passed, it was FC Goa's Ruud Gullit that comes through, managed to take ball away. But again, Afnan manages to retrieve the ball. Now this is something really promising. This is something really nice where he's constantly challenging for the ball. It's not like he's just letting Adi Zima get away with what he wants. Constantly possessing that pressure on towards him and making things difficult. But now there you can see almost let loose, but Lionel Messi, out of all the players, finding a yellow card and receiving one, and it's all right. It's something that he can afford. I'm pretty sure. Adi Zima is gonna make a few adjustments. He's gonna make a few substitutions, so should not have to worry about that.
Yes, but आपको क्या लगता है, लाइक क्या चेंजेस इधर करना चाहिए, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से गेम जा रहा था एटीके मोहन बगान बहुत बहुत ज्यादा शानदार कंट्रोल में दिख रहे थे, बट उस जगह पे एक गलती और एक गलती पे उनको भुगतना पड़ रहा है प्रॉब्लम्स. बाय द वे, हम लोग ये बहुत बार डिस्कशन कर चुके हैं, लेकिन उसी जगह ये चीज भी ध्यान में रखना होगा कि आदी जीमा उन प्लेयर्स में से है जो कि आपको टेस्ट कर करके फिर हरा देते हैं. टेस्ट इसी वजह से करते हैं कि आप आओ, मेरे डिफेंस को तोड़ने की कोशिश करो, और जिस टाइम पे आप ऑल इन जाते हो उसी टाइम पे काउंटर पे आते हैं आदी सीमा, एंड वही चीज देखने के लिए मिला था. सो क्या इस बार कुछ चेंजेस देखने के लिए मिलेगा एटीके मोहन बगान के फॉर्मेशन के ऊपर, एंड फ्रेश लेग्स की जरूरत है. फ्रेश लेग्स कब इंट्रोड्यूस होंगे वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट बात कर ही रहे थे, एंड फ्रेश लेग्स आ चुके हैं. टोरे को इधर लेके आया गया है, बट ऑन द अदर हैंड इधर एफसी गोवा की तरफ से जार्जिनियो भी इंट्रोड्यूस होता हुआ दिख चुके हैं। सो पिच के ऊपर बॉल रोल होता हुआ, लेकिन ये बॉल के पीछे अभी कहने के इमोशंस जो है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा जुड़ा हुआ है, क्योंकि एटीके मोहन बगान पहला मैच वी शर्मा के खिलाफ ड्रॉ करने के बाद बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन बढ़ गया था उनसे
Oh no.
कि शायद वो आज एक ड्रॉ निकाल के लेके जाए, लेकिन इस बार बहुत ज़्यादा डेंजरस सिचुएशन थी। हर्नांडेज शॉट एंड उसी के साथ द फाइनल नेल इन द कॉफिन, क्योंकि 3 गोल स्कोर करने होंगे अगर एटीके मोहन बगान को ड्रॉ भी करना है इस पूरे मैचअप को, जो कि मुझे नहीं लग रहा कि आखिर के 22 मिनट में पॉसिबल हो पाएगा।
Oh, what a well-timed play. You could see that one. And, it's literally, TT, you just made a statement and Adizima turns it into reality. And that is exactly, the kind of a player that Adizima is, right? Just waited for that right opportunistic moment when, Afnan felt that he had it figured out and so much of that space was visible. And this is where even, Afnan, what could he do possibly in that situation, right? Because he's at the brinks of trying to save his game. So you would expect him to make those risky maneuvers, have a little bit more players ahead, playing ahead, and in turn kind of let your defense a little loose. And that is one of those areas that Adizima, being a visionary that he is, saw it through and capitalized it. Beautiful, beautiful, playing, the way he set up his play over there and eventually found a goal. And now, like you said, if the task not difficult already, it's even become worse for ATKMB, where I think just has to play for glory, has to not give Adizima a chance for scoring. In fact, keeping a clean sheet, as again Adizima breaks through. A little bit of a play log, not on the right play. Oh, a little bit of a mess up over there. Well pass behind towards Bellingham. Now with Ruud Hullet, has all the time in the world to exploit, to waste. But for now, he's again on his build-up. Mbappe had almost received it. Wanted to pass a little behind, but that did not happen. Where now, you've got Afnan trying to make his attack work. A little bit of a passing option on that left wing. Has it passed towards Mbappe with Pele. Finally decides to score. And now you could see some sense of frustration growing on in him. He's gone for a 4-2-2 style where Adizima is going to get his players back a little, play a more defensive FIFA with that change in formation, now playing 5-4-1.
यस, एंड मेनली लाइक कल मेरे साथ साग्निक का बात हो रहा था, जिनका आज एक मैच ऑब्वियसली है। वो कह रहे थे कि 4-2-2 सब लोग ज़्यादा इसीलिए प्रेफर करते हैं क्योंकि ये बहुत ज़्यादा अटैकिंग है, लाइक ये फॉर्मेशन, एंड इसके वजह से बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ किया जाता है। एंड उसी एरिया पे, उसी जगह पे अगर हम बात करते हैं 4-3-2-1 की, तो वो मोर बैलेंस्ड है। सो सब मिला करके देखा जाए तो यस, जब ज़रूरत होता है तब चेंजेस ज़रूरी है। बट आई थिंक इधर शायद अफनान भी वही कह रहे होंगे कि गोल तो आया बट थोड़ा शायद लेट हो गया। बट देखिए इधर न्यू फ्रेश लेग्स इंट्रोड्यूस किया जा रहा है, बट ये 98 कार्ड पहले उतना ज़्यादा ग्लोरीफाई होता हुआ दिखा नहीं है इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर, जितना रोनाल्डो एंड उसी जगह पे हम लोगों को एम्बापे एंड मेसी देखने के लिए मिले हैं। सो पहले का यूज़ इतना कम क्यों होता है, आपको क्या लगता है?
I think it kind of comes down to the preference of the player, right? And we have, like you said, we have seen a lot of players, they have their opportunity where, we've seen them getting Pele mostly, on that, getting as a super sub. But I think one of the reasons where Pele really falls off, I believe, could be either his stamina, where it's kind of like 86, it's still fine. And his aggression, I think aggression is where Pele falls off a little bit.
Yeah.
Belly has 59. And again, another one of those important pointers would be that 4-star weak foot, where R9 gives you an option of 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. So I think that's sort of the differentiating factor why this 98 Pele hasn't been in use. But I'm really surprised we are not getting to see the super sub David, Ginola coming up.
Yeah.
Because that is again one of those cards that I personally really loved, especially the new foot birthday icon Ginola. he is something out of the box, to be honest. And we haven't seen that coming much of it. And hoping so that happens. In fact, a foot fantasy hero. But there you go. The final whistle blows, and it is going to be a victory for FC Goa, where they, just keep marching on with their winning streak, and the Gors having no trouble whatsoever in securing those 3 points even tonight. I think Vanshaj, he was in for a treat. Did not expect that draw. I mean, props to Vicky playing such nice good game of FIFA. But come the co-op, and the stars really shine. And towards the end, we saw FC Goa, in fact, Adi Zima just being a step ahead, and again saving the day, being the hero for his club. And FC Goa, 6 games played, already 18 points. I mean, this is one of those teams, TT, that we can say is going to have no trouble in making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. एंड आई थिंक ये एक ऐसा क्लब बन चुके हैं जिनको शायद ही इस क्वालिफायर्स के ऊपर कोई फेस करना चाहेंगे. एंड आई थिंक जैसे पिछले सीजन पे हम लोगों को ईस्ट बंगाल की तरफ से परफॉर्मेंस देखने के लिए मिलता था, ईस्ट बंगाल एफसी की तरफ से कुछ वैसा ही परफॉर्मेंस अभी है. हालांकि लाइक पिछले सीजन में मैं नहीं था, तो या आप जिस तरीके से कहते उस हिसाब से मुझे लगता है. बट इस बार जिस तरीके से एफसी गोवा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, शायद मैं बहुत दिन हो चुका है, वो चाहे इंटरनेशनली देखूं या फिर नेशनली, ऐसे क्लब्स देखे नहीं है कि वो बैक टू बैक जीतते जा रहे हैं, और कोई सिंगल क्लब ऐसा नहीं है जो उनके क्लोज भी आ पाए.
I think FC Goa is sort of having a similar run that East Bengal FC were having last season, right? They were looking nigh unstoppable, but commencement of the playoffs, and they suddenly crumble. But for ATKMB, this season has been much better, considering how they were last season, kind of in a similar fate like Odisha FC, what they're going through. No improvement from Odisha FC, if not downhill. So, but now let's take a look at the scorecard. As yes, FC Goa have secured those 3 points for them. Really hard-fought victory sometimes, but yeah, they managed to see it through. And the first game did end up in a draw. V Sharma, Adi Zima just edging over Vicky and Afnan, who did their best. And let's not forget that FC Goa is a club that is still undefeated, right? And to being a mid-tier club right now, in terms of where they stand, ATKMB, and pushing FC Goa to their ultimate limits, I think this is where I must say they were tested, but clearly not bested. So the MVP, no doubt, is going to be one of the players who played the final game. Has to be Adi Zima again. I think his third time we are seeing him as an MVP. Initially, it was Vanshaj doing all the work, but Adi Zima showing that he's just not here to play second fiddle. When required, he can step up to the opportunity and deliver for his club. And we know how crucial of a player, how important of a player he was for Hyderabad FC last season, and this time playing from the Gors. And he's, if not the same, he's even getting better.
Yes, and जब शुरू हो रहा था सीजन 2, उस टाइम पे जब हमने देखा था कि आदि सीमा का नाम है ऑन एफसी गोवा, एक चीज सबसे पहले दिमाग में यही आता है कि यही वो लाइक पर्सन है जो कि अपने इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे, पर्सनल लाइफ पे वो कोच करते हैं या फिर लाइक मैनेज करते हैं 5-6 ऐसे एथलीट्स को जो इसी सीजन के ऊपर लाइक eISL सीजन 2 पे खेल रहे हैं बाकी क्लब से. तो ये चीज जो है, ये चीज बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग हो जाता है, क्योंकि इनके पास हर एक प्लेयर का पीओवी है कि कौन सा प्लेयर क्या सोचते होंगे, क्या करते होंगे, क्योंकि डिस्कशन तो होता होगा, इनसे ही पूछते होंगे आके कि मेरे साथ ये प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहा है. तो इस बार eISL सीजन 2 में ये बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग होगा कि हो कहाँ किया, लाइक हो रहा है कि वो सब कुछ इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं, एंड उनको पहले से ही पता हो रहा है कि करने क्या वाले हैं या फिर क्या क्या पीओवी हो सकता है एक प्लेयर का. एंड आई थिंक वो एक बहुत ज्यादा एज दे के जा रहे हैं एफसी गोवा को.
Quite the Zinedine Zidane run that I think he's having. But yes, folks, that being said, FC Goa managed to get the W over ATKMB in their home ground. So that's a huge win for them. But with that being said, we are finally done with our first matchup of the evening. Right now, what we're going to do is head for a short little break, because coming right after, we have the second match awaiting.